The Blue Jackets on Tuesday night played game number 46 of 82 against the New Jersey Devils at Nationwide Arena. Their season is 56% complete. Zounds. The trade deadline will be here before you know it. I like where we are, General Manager Jarmo Kekalainen said. Can we play better? Sure, but we're in a good place. We control our own destiny. We've just got to keep pace, get in the playoffs and get another chance at it. The Jackets have a 9-day break beginning Sunday. Amid this mini vacation, left winger Artemi Panarin is supposed to meet with his agent to talk about what's next. That is good of them. Jackets fans have been dying to find out. Greater than read more. Blue Jackets 4, Devils 1. Jackets win game that makes Tortorella team's longest tenured coach greater than. Join our Columbus Blue Jackets fans Facebook group for the latest news, updates and to join in on the conversation. Panarin and goaltender Sergei Bobrovsky are in the final year of their contracts and, at the moment, neither is poised to sign an extension. What's next? The trade deadline is February 25 at 3 p.m. I've Panarin, Kekalainen said. I don't want to drag the situation out too close to the deadline. Hopefully, we'll have an answer in the near future. We'll figure out things on our end and hopefully sit down with him and do something. One scenario, Panarin does not want to re-up with the Jackets, for whatever reason. He's even willing to give up an offer of free vodka for life from a Good Ale Boulevard distillery. The conventional wisdom is trade him before the deadline, to avoid losing him for nothing on July 1 when he can become an unrestricted free agent. Should Panarin, 27, go on the block, he might be the most coveted rental out there next month. He is an elite offensive talent. What could he fetch in return? Consider left-wing Rick Nash, 34, who was traded by the New York Rangers to the Boston Bruins as a rental at last year's deadline. In return, the Rangers received a 2018 first-round draft pick, a 2019 seventh-round pick, 2 bottom-6 forwards and a prospect. Consider center Paul Stastny, 33, who was traded by the St. Louis Blues to the Winnipeg Jets as a rental at last year's trade deadline. In return, the Blues received a 2018 first-round draft pick, a conditional fourth-round pick in 2020 and a prospect. There are many puzzle pieces, ages of players, wants and needs of teams, salary cap considerations, overall market dynamics, etc., to fit together in a deadline deal. Yet, if the Jackets feel they had to move Panarin next month, they should exact a relatively decent price in salvage, beginning with a first-round draft pick, a well-regarded prospect. Another scenario, the Jackets hang on to Panarin with the full knowledge that they can, and probably will, lose him without compensation. Kekalainen did something of the kind at last year's deadline, when he hung on to defenseman Jack Johnson and forward Matt Calvert. Kekalainen figured keeping them for the stretch run was better than trading them for a nominal return. Sometimes, Kekalainen said, you're better off renting the player to yourself. As for Bobrovsky, he isn't going anywhere at the deadline unless he supplies a list of teams to which he'll accept a trade, or waives the no-movement clause in his contract. All is quiet on those fronts, but that could change. We now know something about the incident that compelled Jackets management to suspend Bobrovsky for a game. Bob left the bench, showered and was dressed. Maybe, he even left the arena, after he was pulled against the Tampa Bay Lightning last week. Coach John Tortorella said the incident led to a clearing of the air throughout the organization, which he said is a good thing. I believe him. My read is there is no longer a ripple left in the locker room. More catharsis is coming, sooner or later. Fans have to imagine their team making a playoff push without Brett and Bob. That is not optimal, neither is the current lack of resolution. Brett and Bob, get on with it already. Arace at Dispatch.com at Michael Arace 1.